happened earlier and...
Yes, I understand. It will be done. The stage is set. You needn't linger in the shadows, Kain. It has been a long time, hasn't it?
No banter, Moebious. You know why I'm here.
Yes, Raziel. You sought to introduce your own pawn into this game, and now he's been swept from the board.
By your hand, I suspect. Where is he?
Perhaps you should ask, when? How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for answers.
Enough wordplay.
Don't threaten me, Kain. You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. You have read the signs, but missed their meaning. You believe you are that myth of vampire prophecy, the scion of balance, and that Raziel holds the key to fulfilling your destiny. But your messianic delusions have blinded you to Raziel's true nature. You have no idea what you've unleashed. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now, your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed. But by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me. Perhaps, when we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
These strange creatures seem to manifest from the very shadows. Moebius's attempt at stopping me was not one of his better efforts. When I found him, it would be my turn to offer a few surprises.
Surrender, Raziel. Abandon this petty rebellion. It was I who made you. Your life had played out, and in my grace, I spared you. You are my reaper of souls. You have no other purpose, no higher destiny. Just this. Accept your calling, Raziel. Let go of these vain hopes. Relinquish your will, and feed.
No.
What do you profit from this defiance?
There's some grim satisfaction in infuriating you.
My patience is eternal, Raziel. How many eons can you bear to languish here? The wheel of fate must turn. All are redeemed in the cleansing agony of birth, death, and rebirth. This is the engine of life, the purifying rhythm of the universe to which all souls are irresistibly drawn. Yours is a necessary and noble function, Raziel.
Enough of your sermonizing. Are you trying to bore me into submission? Why must this game go on? We both know what you are. You're no better than the vampires you so despise. A voracious parasite, cloaking its appetite in a shroud of righteousness. I refuse to do your will.
I can see into your heart, Raziel. It is not your will, but cowardice that keeps you here.
How so?
You know what fate awaits you when you leave the underworld. That phantom weapon you bear is a constant reminder, isn't it? The sword is waiting for you out there somewhere, and you tarry so as not to meet it.
I could not deny it. As long as I lingered here, defying my captor, I was able to postpone what I feared was my inevitable doom. To become the ravenous spirit imprisoned in the Reaver Blade. But that sentence was no worse than the stalemate I now endured. Better to face one's destiny than cower from it.
Harvester of souls, I created you. And to this function, my angel of death, you will return.
Enough. Yes, I submit.
Very good. Indulge your hunger. Yes, embrace your calling, Raziel. You will find that just as Defiance has its price, so obedience has its rewards.
And submission is not always what it seems.
Okay, so we're playing as Raziel now, and for all intents and purposes, he's the same as always was, except the Reaver is now longer, and thank God for that. He's also a lot more nimble in combat now, so it's a lot easier to play with him. To answer your question, Vic, cutscenes kind of interrupted me there. So the reason why I'm playing Defiance rather than Blood Omen 2, which came before this, is because what happens in Blood Omen 2 is a result of what happened in Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance. So if I played Blood Omen 2 right now, it would... I mean, it would be fine, but some things that are happening here are actually explaining some things in Blood Omen 2 then. Because this game was written wildly. So,
Below me swirled an ominous-looking mist. I knew that if I fell, it would mean my peril.
So what happens to the devoured souls is exactly the point of what Elder God is trying to do. So in the world of Nosgoth, in this existence...
Do you believe your worthiness is so easily proved? Your way is sealed until you have offered further evidence of your obedience.
I must feed you before I depart this place.
You must feed yourself, Raziel.
The wheel must turn.
Ah, now you understand.
Anyway, as I was saying... Yeah, I'm too far away from those. Need to feed 4 more souls. So I'm just gonna take a moment and explain that. So in this world there is the Wheel of Fate. That symbol in the ground represents that, but it also represents the Elder God because he's a parasite living on that wheel. So the Wheel of Fate is essentially souls when they die, they go get here in the underworld. Or the spectral realm, and they are then reborn into new existences as people are born. So what Elder God does is he is feeding on the souls instead of letting them go. Eventually those souls do get released back, but he interferes with the process. Instead of souls being reborn and having their own destinies, their destinies are warped because this thing eats them. And somehow what Raziel does by devouring souls also feeds him. Probably because it accelerates the process of the soul getting into the wheel, and he feeds off it. Okay, so I need to find the other souls. There they are.
You may go, but remember, you are mine. You can no more escape from me than you can escape yourself.
More lore about the Elder God will be discovered in this game.
When you're going home, there is no home.
Chua!
You want this room cleared of its vermin.
If you wish to leave it,
Your will be done.
my good servant. You see? Obedience brings prompt rewards.
Chua are natural beings, so they are essentially living beings that live by consuming other souls. They're like wraiths, similar. But while they exist, the souls that they devoured, they don't return back to the wheel, so Elder God wants them gone because he can't feed on the souls himself, because the Shua are consuming them. This might be the place where I'm gonna die the first time. Because of the camera.
Where do you think you're going, little soul?
I need to outrun the mist.
You can't escape. Raziel.
Yep. Yep. Although it wasn't the camera, I just tripped.
Where do you think you're going, little soul?
Okay, I was looking at the wrong screen. Was checking something what's happening on OBS and just running autopilot.
Where do you think you're going, little soul? You can't escape. Raziel. Clever, Raziel. Clever indeed.
Oopsie daisy. Oh, come on.
I have endured your game long enough.
Clearly my escape had not been anticipated, or my benevolent master would not have expended such efforts to prevent me from going. And if my departure displeased him, then that was a victory, however small, for me. In the spectral realm, water is as thin as air, putting this opening far beyond my reach. But once I found my way into the physical world, I might be able to swim up there.
Okay, so we need to make our way out of the out of this place, essentially. Now, I don't remember all the details because it has been a while since I've played this game. I do like how the spectral realm actually gives the vibe of a proper spirit realm with all the souls crying.
This door would only open when fitted with an appropriate artifact. But to use such an object, I would first have to find a way back into the material realm.
Okay.
When are you going home?
At last, I discovered a conduit into the material realm. I would finally escape the spirit world and take one step farther from my tormentor.
Did you think to receive the same favors after your rebellion as before? No, Raziel. I have no need for you to enter the physical world, so no conduit will be granted. You serve me adequately as a wraith, and a wraith you will remain.
So, my restraints had not been removed, only loosened. I would not be held prisoner in the spectral realm. There had to be another way. As I emerged, I was granted a vision of what I would become if I did not escape the spectral realm. For these too were agents of my master, hunting the lost souls that struggled to escape the endless twilight of the underworld. My master's plan for me was ominously clear. Like these mindless hunters, I existed only to fuel him with souls, siphoning their energy to feed him and his wheel of fate. I had to break these bonds, while I still possessed my own will.
And now back to Kain.
This artifact seemed as though it was made for that unusual lock. Now the door could be opened.
Okay. Moving forward. I think we're back in the dungeon or back in the corridors. Ah. Okay. So I didn't kill these guys. Are they even dead or are they sleeping? Not sure. There was a collectible in here, but I was wrong. Ah, there it is. Okay. More wall breaking. Back here, chapel's open. It's directing me where I need to go. Well then. There we go. So now we need to make our way towards that eagle door.
Malik, the great Seraphim warrior. I had met him before. His sword and shield seemed to have gone astray.
Get him!
Ah. Got a new power. Well, a new combo anyway. So what's this one?
Sanguine censure.
Ah, okay, this is in air. Seems to be effective. I think this is the correct way forward. E. Wonderful. Yeah, the combat in this game is leaps and bounds better.